So to begin with, I'd like to invite the days, E.T. Shavin. Hi, Shavin.
Hello.
Can we see your face, Shavin?
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Shavin.
Hello.
Okay.
You guys can
Shavin
see my
is
face,
a
right?
dancer. Yes, I can see your face. Okay, a quick intro about Shavin. Shavin is a dancer, and recently he won the Best Newcomer Award for Short and Sweet Dance Malaysia, organized by Calpac. And since young, since 5 years old, Shavin loved dancing. And it's very nice to see how his passion, his something that he really loved, now he's actually doing it as a career. And more than that, he now conducts dance classes for people. He shares his knowledge as well. And apart from that, he's also a videographer and editor at Itibus. Itibus is a well-known international video media house, photography and videography company. And he'll be sharing how he found his passion, and how he turned it into a successful career, and how he's working towards his goals and all. So that is Sharvin. And next speaker will be having Uma. Hi, Uma.
Hello.
All right. Uma is an international henna artist, and she has been doing henna for 6 years now. And she learned henna in both Malaysia and India, and she was featured on many media platforms for the awesome work that she is doing. And not only that, she does henna for wedding brides, yes, but apart from that, she also conducts henna classes. She teaches workshops in terms of to the people who are passionate about learning henna. And she's another inspiration in terms of doing something you love to do. And with that, today to begin with, if you guys have any questions, do put it in the chat section below. And I'm gonna my very first question is going to be for both of them is, before you find ET ideas, before you started working on your goals, before you even know the term what environment is, what was your environment before ET ideas? Share with us a little bit about how was your environment before ET ideas? Shavin, do you want to go first?
Can. Okay. So before I answer the question, I just like to thank you everyone for joining us today, and I'm very glad to be part of ETUde Talk Show today. And thank you, ETUde, for giving me this opportunity to be the guest speaker for today's talk show. So coming back to the question, and can you guys hear me, right? Okay. So coming back to the question, my environment before I met ETLS is basically I'm just exist because I actually don't have a particular goal or direction to go. So I just flow with the system. So basically, when I finish my SPM, I just continue going for college. So anything they ask, I just say okay. I go through every stages. So when I go through all this thing, and basically I don't have a purpose for what I'm doing in my life at the early stage, and I'm not aware of it as well. So when I talks about my environment, basically I hang around with my friends. All of my friends are exactly like me. So and basically what I do with my friends, we are more of having fun, go out for movies, spending time together, playing football, all those that, and then so there's a saying, whoever we meet in our life, basically they are exactly reflection of ourselves. And then I slowly observe and see, when I look back, actually it's the same. All my friends are exactly like me. So this is how I was with during my early environment. And basically, to say it in short, when I'm with my friends, if I'm hanging around with my friends, let's say I'm hanging around with my friends, and one of us suddenly become voice and asking this voice question, let's say, what we're going to do in your future, we must work on our passions, something like that. When someone asks saying that, I don't want to look at that fella, and we'll ask him, are you okay or not? So then, or we will tease him out. So that's how my environment was during last time. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Javin, for sharing. And I think a few new people came in. Quick reminder that please mute your audio and video because as speakers are sharing, I don't want any interruption for them as well. And as you come in, please mute the audio and video. Also, go to the video setting and click hide non-video participants so that you can clearly see the speakers sharing as well. So okay, now Uma, uh, it was for you the earlier environment before you come on board and regards to ET ideas and all? How was your old environment?
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Hi. I just want to introduce myself. I'm Uma and I am a henna artist. So before ET Ideas, I think I was a bit lost and I was doing henna before coming into ET Ideas, but it's just that I was not confident to do henna as a full-time job. So I got to know ET Ideas through my cousin Tanya, and she actually told me she came to learn henna from me, and she was talking about ET Ideas. So for me, as usual, I just told her, lah, just send me the link. I will check it out. And I didn't. She didn't send me the link, but what she did, she smartly went and passed my number to one of the person who actually does marketing for ET Ideas program. So I think most of y'all know the person is Steven. So Steven called me and then he was talking about some of the programs and all. And then I told, okay, I will meet up with Steven and my mentor now. And I kind of like the concept, what ET Ideas is and their platform, how they help people to grow in their business and so on. So I told that I will join the program and I'm here now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ma, for your sharing about how your environment was before you come on board to ET Ideas. And the next question is, you guys found ET Ideas, yes, and how share with us how you find ET ideas. That's one. The second thing is, how was it in the early stages when you first found ET ideas? And it's totally a different environment, new people that you are encountering and all. So how was the early stage of getting to know ET ideas? Trying to gel into their vibe. So how is the early days of ET?
Yeah. Who's going first?
Did you all hear me? Can hear
Yeah,
me, right?
can. I can go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Can.
Okay. So, and first of all, I get to know about ETLS through my sister, and she was invite me for a talk show for very long. I was refused to go, but somehow one day I said, okay, I follow you all this thing, and then I follow her for the talk show, and guess what? The talk show was organized by ET Youth. So that's where the first time I met ETLS, and that's the point where life-changing moment take place in my life. So why I'm saying that is because when I started my early in the beginning stages, when I after I met ETS, when the question when you're asking about how I gel with the environment, and coming back to that question, in the beginning stages, when I met ETS, it was really scary. To be truthful, it was really scary because I'm a person who used to hang around just with my friends, school friends, college friends, and then from nowhere suddenly I met ETS, and then the people in ETS are real business people who run businesses and then working on their goals. So at beginning it was quite uncomfortable, but one thing that kept me going back to the environment is the positive vibes that I felt when I met them. So just want to share one of my stories. When I get to know about ETS, I was working in a audit firm, small audit firm, and then I'm actually not happy with my job, but every time after I finish my work, ETS will have weekly meetings. So I always go for their meeting just to spend time. And guess what? After finish my work, I will take public transport to reach to the meeting, and it will take usually 2 hours. So every week I'll take 2 hours for me to reach the meeting, and I was doing this for almost 2 months. But I go there and I did nothing. That's the best part, because even though I don't have anything to start off, but the environment is the vibes there is very positive, and I like the environment. So the people there are, and I'm so mind blown seeing the people there, because there are people who are doing great stuff. Who is, some of them are at a very young age run their own businesses, and another person I get to know is she's a girl who is an international singer songwriter, and she performed in so many places, and she started becoming a singer at the age of very young, around 17 years old, and which admired me and inspired me a lot. And that thing actually attracts me to that environment. Yeah.
Okay. Uma, do you want to go? I repeat the question.
Mm,
In terms of you did mention that how you joined ET Ideas, through who you met ET Ideas, through your cousin, and how Steve never touched you, and now you are finally here and happily working on your goals. And regards to how was it in the early days of joining ET Ideas, and it's a totally different environment that we're talking about here, because you did mention that how was your environment, how was things before you meet ET Ideas, and how things are right now with ET Ideas. So how did you yourself adapt to the change of environment?
okay, thank you for the question, Divya. Um, for me, getting into ET Ideas environment was a bit difficult because just like what Sharvin said, everyone in ET Ideas are so successful. And first, when I thought that, when my mentor used to tell me just go and work with the team and all. So first, when I went and start working with the team, I thought it's easy for me because I have met a lot of clients, and I thought I'm a very friendly person, so I can get along and all. But I think I had a wrong perception, because I felt like ETIDs people, everyone seemed to be very alien to me. Because one of the reasons is because they all were so focused in their job, and they all do the work that they love to do, which connects to their heart. So even though I was doing something that I love to do, but I was not stable. I was feeling very like lost. I didn't have the confidence to do henna as a full-time job. So when I started seeing everyone doing the job they love to do, in the beginning to be with them, it was a bit tough, but I chose this. I wanted to make a change, and I wanted to grow in the field that I want to do. So I knew that I had to adopt to this, and I have to focus on what I am doing. In the beginning it was difficult, but it is still now. but, but I think I am coping with it, and the one thing about people in ET Ideas is when you need something, they are there to help you out. But it's just whether you want it or not. If you want to make the change, if you want to work towards your goal, they are there to help you out. So that's one thing that I like, and I started learning how to focus and how to focus on my end goal, and whatever they are teaching me, I'm trying to put in action and work towards that. So it's definitely, I would say, change of environment, it's difficult, because imagine, for example, if you are going from here to staying in a different country or different state, it takes time to adopt, correct or not? And me going into a whole new zone of people who are highly successful and have achieved so many things, it was really tough. So but I don't know how to say, I'm blessed and I'm happy that I have found this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Uma, for the very I don't know, that was very heartwarming to get you to share about how you first met ET Ideas and how is it your first impression about ET Ideas. So thank you so much for sharing. If you in the chat box below, and anything that you like to let us know, if you can't hear us, the video, anything, do let us know in the chat session, and we'll take it from there. And I think Uma has a question. hi Uma, my question to you: how long you are in henna field? How is your experience of becoming a full-time henna artist? I'd like to know more how you can expand your henna passion throughout the years. Other than that, coming to our next question is something that I wanted to ask is the fact that both of you know that you like dance, that you liked henna, both of you know that this is something that you are passionate about. But something must have changed after you have changed your environment, after you have taken a decision to change this environment. A lot of things have changed, and you guys actively started working towards your goals. So share with us a little bit about how the change of environment drove you more towards working towards your goals in terms of dance or in terms of henna. So maybe Uma, you want to go first since the question is for you.
Okay.
Noah.
Hi, Eunice. Thanks for the question. Okay, I started henna 5-6 years ago. I started just randomly went for classes. My mom told me, why not you just go and learn henna. That time I was studying. So you know, when you're in college, you want to earn some part-time income, and also I also wanted to do that. So I went and learned henna, and just for fun, I started doing for people, and then slowly started doing for guests and booths and all, and then slowly I started doing for bridal henna and all. So bridal henna for Hindus and Malays is like a ritual for their weddings. So it's like they do it as a big event lah. So I do for the brides, and that's how I started. But I didn't know that time that I'm going to do this as a full-time job, because it was it was something that I went and learned, and then I didn't even know there was passion also. Something that I went and simply learned, and then somehow it became my passion, and I wanted to do it full time. So, and what was the question? Am I going out of topic? Okay. how was how was your experience becoming a full-time henna artist? It is not easy, because even though I wanted to do what I wanted, people around me, the environment that I was in, people didn't have the confidence that henna can be a full-time job. So like when I go and do for my clients and all, the first question will come is henna is a sustainable job? So even though I wanted to do this as a full-time job, but just because of my environment there, I didn't have the confidence to do somebody okay I didn't have the confidence to do henna as a full-time job. But I I was trying. I was trying very hard that, you know, this is what I want to do. And what I didn't have the confidence. So what I did, I went and learned tattoo. I was doing paintings, and I wanted to like try to tell myself, oh, okay, you learn this skill, you learn that skill, all the skill you learn, you will somehow get some amount of money. It can be sustainable enough. But I was wrong, because it's just because I was not confident enough to do henna as a full time before coming into ET Ideas. So when I came into ET Ideas, it's the time where my mentor and told, just concentrate on one thing. You don't have to, you know, concentrate on so many things, because that time when I was trying to do this and that, it was more like how to say, everything was stuck, like it was not moving. So my mentor said, you know, just concentrate on one thing and you can excel in it. So ever since I came to ET Ideas, I had the chance to do focus more on my henna. I started getting a bit more followers, and I started doing classes, workshops, and so on. So it's a process. So and now I am enjoying it, and now I have that confidence, because the environment that I am in now, everyone is doing what they love to do. So it gives me a lot of confidence to do what I want to do now. That's all.
And Uma is the one person who told me that she's afraid to speak at ETH today. Okay. Naveen, do you want to go regards to how your passion towards dance, how you started working more towards your dance right now as you change your environment, and what is this change? What actually took place that you're working towards your goals, towards more actions towards dance now?
My story is totally opposite of what Uma told me, because as I said earlier that life-changing moment take place after I met ETLS. Is at the beginning I get to know about ETLS through a program, and then thought I got a chance to work with a company called ET Boost. It's a video production company. So I wanted to try out a video production. Then I start working with them closely, and then I figure out that I love doing that. So I keep continue working with them and start developing a career for me in production field. And basically, it's I already have a job. So and then this one thing. Another thing is um, dance is something that I love to do since young, since 5 years old. But the difference is I never took any action before until I met ETS. It was not so, I didn't take it serious so much because the way I grew up is we need to study. Study is very, studying is very important. We need to focus on studies. But I didn't thought that art, there's no future for art. That's what usually people says. So I'm having in my mind since young, so I didn't care about my dance, even though I can see it clearly that this is what something I like. And then and it just continues until I met PTIDs, and then I talked to my mentor and I told them that I like dancing. I want to do something about that. And then they told me that okay, you can try out. You try first and see if it's really this is what you really want to do. Then we can work together and guide you to make this as a sustainable career. And then I was look stunned because um, when my mentor told that, I realized the people, someone else have confidence in myself, but I don't have on myself. So that really hit me hard. And then that's why I actually start working closely with the ETIDs. And then I just want to share two things after I start working on my dance. One thing is when I first time tell them that I want to do this, they give me an opportunity to perform in annual function organized by ETIDs. So that was my very first performance, and I basically I don't have any portfolio to show them that I can dance all those things, but they just believe in myself, and then they gave me a chance to actually perform. And then I choreographed for the song, and there was a total of 15 to 20 people actually joined for the dance performance. All of them are people in ETIDs. They also believe in me. They give me the chance to choreograph, and then the performance turns out pretty well. And from that performance onwards, I have that feeling that this is what I really want to do, and the confidence increases. And also, I felt like taking another step to actually make this thing happen. And that's why I met again my mentor, and I told them that I want to do this more. And then they gave me a, a, a place. I mean, a message. I mean, a what? Sorry, a competition, a link for a competition to join a dance competition. I was at first I was like um, a bit nervous, but I know this is what I want to do. So I give out all I can, and then ETLS actually supports me in all way in terms of resources. So when I joined for the dance competition, I needed a place to do practice. So one of them actually provided me a place for me to do practices, and then I also go through some uh, difficult times to manage with my teammates for the dance performance. And then my mentor is there for me to guide me all the way. And then I went for audition, and then I'm selected for the audition. And then I performed in the dance competition for 4 days. And then the 4 days was like a continuous 4 days. So anyone from outsiders can come any of the 4 days. And then this is the part where I get to see how much environment is very very important, because when I performed for the 4 days, people in ETS, almost all of them who came there to support me, and that itself for me is a big thing. The best part is there are few people who came back few more times just to watch the same show, and that really, I don't know how to say in words, but I really enjoy that. And this is something I really thankful to ETIDs. And then I'm not, of course,
Kevin,
not to.
there's actually one question. I thought maybe you can together share with
Yeah,
this.
sure.
How did you manage to convince your parents to move fully into your dancing passion?
Okay, sure. I can share this because, yeah, I know. I think some people will ask this question because from accounting totally to a different career, which is dance. At beginning, it was not easy because my parents was thought of I'm being an accountant because that's what I told them that I wanted to be an accountant. But after that, I realized that this is not what I really want. I want to pursue my career in dance. And then it was not easy because at first they was worried. Of course, as a parents, they have that worry because I'm the one who suddenly switched from accounting to dance. So I need to really talk to them and like explain to them that I really want this. And then that's why my mentor actually guiding me. That's why the environment actually helps me a lot because when I told this to my mentor that I need to talk to my parents that I'm going to switch my career and I need to be truthful to them. And that's where there are many ETS associates who actually went through do this such situation, and then I go talk to them and many of them and get some experience and learn from them what I can do when I talk to my parents, and I just apply whatever they taught me in the sense that focus on your goal. If you focus on goal that your parents will support you, it will eventually happen. And then I just focus on my goal and I actually go and meet my parents, and then I have the truthful talk to them that I really want to do this with the end goal that they will support me, and with the I also have that open minded that I should break my perception of I'm thinking that my parents will say this and all those that they might not support me, all that. I just broke it off and then just freely talk to them. And then after the conversation, I explain to them one by one why I'm going to wanted to do this all. And then at the end of the conversation, they actually supports me, and then they said, okay, you can do this. They give me the permission, which make me really happy because I thinking that this never going to happen. But when I switch my thoughts and focus on, and they will support me, and then I realize it can be happen. The thing is, what usually we have this perception that our parents will not actually support in whatever we do. It can be any field, but the real thing is they actually not to say this. They won't support you because even though you are not doing something that they want to do, they still will support you. The only thing is they might worry about you, but you need to come out and need to speak to them and tell the truth. You have to be in calm state to actually talk to them, because if you're in angry mode, all that it cannot be done at all, because you really need to control yourself, focus on the goal and achieve it. And that's how it started. Because the first question my father asked me was, when I told this, he a bit worried that how this can be a future. But after I explained and talked to them and showed them with the result, my father he switched from asking that question to brought me a mirror, a wall mirror, and fix it at my house balcony for me to do dance practice. So that's how it switched from nothing to support me uh, until now. So I like to thank
Now
ETLS.
now your parents are your biggest supporters, right?
Yes. So I like to thank ETLS and of course my parents who support me since the beginning and give me all the freedom to what I want to do. And yeah, I think my mom is watching. So thank you, mom. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you, Shavin. Thank you so much for sharing. And another question that I saw in the chat session was, how are you guys coping with the MCO? Because it's pretty difficult for you to meet your team, meet your environment, and you just have to lock yourself. So in terms of that situation here, how are you guys managing it? Maybe Uma can start first. How you are still doing henna, still focusing on. There's no weddings, yes. There's no brides, but you are still doing working on your passion. You are still working towards teaching henna, or doing something regards to henna. So share with us, how are you doing stuff during this MCO period when a lot of things are restricted?
Hello. Uh, okay, yeah, I went for Sharvin's concert. It was really good. I was so shocked because I would like to share a bit of what I watched in Sharvin's concert, because his dance was totally outstanding compared to, it was not the norm style. I think that was really good. So good
Thank
luck,
you so
Sharvin.
much.
Okay, how I am coping. I remember my brother called me and then he asked me what you're doing, and he been calling me every 2 days once, and I'm like, oh, I had this, I was doing this, you guys are so busy, what you all doing lah? So it's because I'm in India Ideas environment, there's everyone here is so focused and they are just still working on their goals, trying to conduct online workshops, online classes, this and that. So I also started conducting online classes for my students. These are my previous students that has learned henna from me, so I'm working with them on henna, and also continuously posting on my pictures, and then spending a lot more time with my team online. We're having meetings and all. And I also have a housemate. She's also a ET Idea associate. She's a fitness trainer, and she conducts every day, constantly, from the first day until now. MCO, we're having every day 10 minutes workout. So we start our day. It's more like a wake up call for all of us. Those are ET Ideas. So we start our day like that. So coping up, and there is fear because most of the weddings got postponed and all, and henna is my full-time job, so the fear kicks in so also. But I spoke to my mentor, and my mentor said that you don't have to concentrate on that. You have your savings, and also it's okay. Just focus on getting more bookings after this. Focus your thoughts on that, and try to do what you can do in online, and things like that. So there are people around me to come and tell me like, it's okay, don't worry, don't have to focus your thoughts on that and things like that. Just continue focusing on what you usually do, and see what a bit extra you can do, and things like that. So I think it's going quite well, and it's a learning process. So as usual, my mentor always say you have to be patient. So I'm trying to be patient. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
I think Uma, your sound volume reduced a bit. I think you need to speak a bit louder.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me? Yeah?
Can. Okay. Maybe Shavin, you want to start with how Shavin released some super dope dance covers and all during this MCO period. So maybe you want to start sharing how you are dealing during this CMO period.
So before MCO starts, usually I meet my team and work with them, because I'm a video editor. So I meet my team often, and then I work with them video editing together. That's how it used to be physically. And then the moment MCO starts, that's where we can't go out, so we have to work from home. That is actually a big challenge, because uh, staying at home is a place for us, most of us, I think, to rest, watch movies, take naps, all those that we usually won't work at home. It's not easy, because that's how for me, because I'm not so efficient if I'm being at home, and I know myself. That's a habitual pattern that I created for so long. So when this thing happened, so I need to figure out a way how to be efficient from home and work towards my goal.
Question that I saw in the chat session was, how are you guys coping with the MCO, because it's pretty difficult for you to meet your team, meet your environment, and you just have to lock yourself. So in terms of that situation here, how are you guys managing it?
One of them will call you, or you suddenly go watch movie, all those, that many things can distract. But somehow I just call and keep in touch with them, so that I don't distract from anything else. So this is one of it, very helpful for me. And another thing is, when we are at home, it's not easy to wake up in the early morning, which is we always wanted to do, especially for me, because even though I put alarm to wake up in the early morning, it's not easy at all, because I'm at home and I'm planning to work from home. It's not easy. So what I do, there are many, we have some team meetings. So they decided to do it in the morning. And then I said, okay, for sure, we do this at the morning, because so that I will wake up early to join this meeting. This is one of the way we are doing. Another thing is there's an online workout organized by one of the personal trainer who in ET Ideas, where she do morning workout every around 10 a.m. like that. So even that is also my wake up call, because I will tell myself, okay, you got this online workout, you must wake up and do this online workout. So I set it to myself. So every morning, even though I may miss out my early meetings, the latest I need to wake up for this one. So every morning I wake up for this online workout, which is really helpful for me, because when I do this workout, workout, I become active, and then I can start off doing my work, start off doing my editing work, all those stuff. And another thing is, the last thing that I want to share during this MCO period and working from home is, there is a web series called Me and I, hosted by Valsla Krishnan. So it's basically they do live streams every week, and then this MCO was during this period. The Vienna web series, they discuss more about what we can do during this MCO period. Most of it they are discuss about how to manage, handle your emotions, how to focus on your goals, and how to, they talks about relationship, all those that. And then by subscribe to the Vienna web series, and then I start listening to their live stream every week, and then it was very helpful for me because one is I just keep me on track whether I'm working on my goals or not. So it's really helpful for me every week when I watch their video. I've just asked myself, okay, am I working on my goals? Am I efficient enough in a day? All those that. So, and that's thing very helpful for me. Another one is relationship. There's one of the topic they talks about relationship where they mention that during this time you can see the what we can do from home. One of it is spending time with our family. That is something that I realized after I listened to the web series, and that's where I got an idea. I wanted to do a dance cover which with a little message, a short message for people what they can do while going through this MCO period, something that I can do that can help people during this period. And this whole idea was actually inspired from the Miana web series. And then I decided to do a dance cover with my siblings. And because this is something I really wanted to try, because I just want to spend more time with my family members. So I took this as an opportunity. I do a dance cover, and then I release it, which I think it turns out really well because many people love it. And I actually released it 2 weeks back. It's in my Facebook page. My Facebook page name is Sharvin. So you can type out SYARVIN, and then you can go under my profile. You can watch the dance cover. So, and thank you to me and I for actually help me to actually be efficient during this MCO period. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. I think that is one thing that ETIS associates we hold on to was this me and I, because during this MCO, all of us were, our emotions or our fear were, it was not very stable because like everyone else, we were facing the fear, but breaking the norm and teaching a lot of stuff regards to how you can teach, reminding us all the things that we have learned in ET ideas, from focusing on your goals, end goals, thoughts, focusing on your thoughts, the power of your thoughts, everything. It was a reassurance for us when we tuned into Me and I. So yes, thanks to Me and I. And Me and I is the online environment that all of us subscribe to. And Uma and Sharbin, if you guys want to add anything before we wrap up today's session.
I think I would like to. Can I? Okay.
Can.
So because when this before the MCO period starts, that's where I actually wanted, because I recently started my dance classes. So I was actually started to look for clients, more clients for my dance class, and I actually wanted to start early because I was prepare myself to actually burst out in social media for about my dance classes. And that's where when I post about my dance class, the next day was MCO starts, so everything switched to focus on what we are going through currently in our country. So I know that was actually a bit worried, but somehow I switched my thoughts. I talk to my mentor, I clear it out, and then I focus on my solutions, because a lot of people in ETS, they are start going online, and that they also inspired me a lot. And then what I did, instead of just thinking about the dwelling on the problem, we can start on going online. So I started to do my dance classes in Zoom, and then I'm also now recently planning to do a dance video and then start a dance tutorial class online. And then that is another plan that I'm looking for, to actually how to grow my business through online during this period. Yeah.
Uma, is there anything else you want to add on?
Yes. Okay. I just want to say that how ET Ideas is helping me in a way. I just want to make it a bit more clear. One of the biggest thing that I think impacted me after I came to ET Ideas is didn't really have a proper communication with my siblings and all. So we were more like cats and dogs. We don't really talk to each other and so on. And this one time that I had my elder brother. We had a booth, like my sister-in-law told me there's a booth in Klang and all for Deepavali time. Then after that, I went late for the booth. So I went late for the booth, and then my elder brother came to me, and then he was like, you are running a business and you're not even punctual. So that got me a bit triggered. So, and then I was like, I didn't know what to react. I didn't know how to do. So I just stopped reacting. And then I told to my mentor, I said that I got triggered when he said this. What do I do? And my mentor told me that just tell him that you are sorry for doing that, and next time you won't do it. And it was very difficult for me to say sorry because that's not a norm. So I said, no, I'm not going to say sorry and all. But I knew that he said that because he wanted me to be more punctual and run a business in a proper way and be a better person. But it was very difficult for me to say sorry, and then I took the effort to say sorry to him. And then the rest, I usually have this perception towards my family and my brothers that, oh, they are like this. I always had a wrong perception towards them because of certain incident has happened. So I don't really communicate with them. But after I took an effort to say sorry and I spoke to my brother, the response from him was something that I didn't expect at all. And he told me that he's running a business, and he's a very punctual and he's a very responsible person. But the response that I got from him was totally that I didn't expect at all. And it changed my perception because he wanted me to grow, but it's just probably the way he said it was not the right way. And then my mentor told me, just tell him you love him. Like, that is never going to happen. He trusts me, that's never going to happen, because I've never said I love you to my brother ever since I was born, I think. And yet he asked me again that, won't you like it if your brother said I love you to you? Then I took a second back and I was like, yeah, I will definitely love that. And then I told him, I love you and you mean a lot to me, which is the truth. That is the truth. I love them, but it's just that I never expressed it to them. And ever since that until today, I think a lot of things has changed, and our relationship became very nice, and they started respecting me, and it's a very nice feeling. So when family became like friends, other things was not really bothering me much, and it was much more easier for me to focus on other stuff.